Welcome to Sanmati Stories. In today's class, we are learning about the atmosphere. What is atmosphere? The earth is surrounded by envelope of air called atmosphere. Here you can imagine this is a earth and it is surrounded by envelope of air. Envelope of air, this is only known as the atmosphere. This is only known as the atmosphere. This atmosphere is divided into so many layers. We will learn about those layers. What are the layers of atmosphere? They are troposphere, stratosphere, misosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. First we will learn about one by one layers. First layer is troposphere. We will learn about that layer. Troposphere, it is the first layer of the atmosphere. Weather changes and water cycle changes take place in this layer. The air we breathe is present in this layer and it is the densest layer. And the troposphere is the nearest layer for the Earth's surface. Next, we learn about the troposphere. Next, we'll learn about the next layer known as stratosphere. Stratosphere, the second layer of the atmosphere. Ozone layer is present in this layer. Here what I am marking, it is known as the ozone layer, which observes ultraviolet rays or UV rays of the sun. And it protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. And aircraft such as jets fly in this layer and the chemical form of ozone is O3. The chemical form of ozone is O3. We learnt already about these two layers. Next we will learn about the third layer known as the mesosphere. Mesosphere. Here it is the coldest layer of the atmosphere and meteorites burn up while entering to this layer. When the meteorites is in the space, it is known as meteorite. When it is in the atmosphere, it is known as meteor. When it is on the earth, it is known as meteorite. And it is the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Next we will learn about the pauses in atmosphere. Atmosphere. The boundary line between the troposphere and stratosphere is tropopause. It is tropopause, and the boundary line between the stratosphere and mesosphere is stratopause, which is stratopause, and the boundary line between the mesosphere and thermosphere is mesopause. And the boundary line between the thermosphere and exosphere is thermopause. These are the pauses in the atmosphere. Next we learned already about first three layers. Next we learn about the fourth layer known as thermosphere. Thermosphere. Space shuttles orbit in this layer and we can listen radio programs through ionosphere, which is a part of the thermosphere. Thermo means heat, so hottest layer of the atmosphere, and space station is also in this layer. And thermosphere, auroras are observed. Auroras found in the northern side of the earth is called aurora borealis, known as northern lights. And the auroras found in the south side of the earth is known as aurora australis, southern lights. And space station is also in this layer. Space station. And many of the astronauts such as Shubhamshu Shukla, Sunita Williams and many of the astronauts went to space station and done the research. And we learnt about these four layers: thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere and troposphere. Next we will learn about the last layer known as the exosphere. Exosphere. The air is very thin in this layer and there is no air beyond the exosphere. Up to this, the air is present. After exosphere, there is no air. Next, composition of air. Air consists like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and ozone. Nitrogen has 78%, oxygen is 21% or 20.9%, and carbon dioxide has 0.03%, and ozone. First we'll learn about nitrogen. Nitrogen, it is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere, and it is 78% of the atmosphere, and it reduces the rate of burning. If there was no nitrogen, a small fire could become a large. Next, oxygen. Humans without oxygen cannot live, means humans cannot live without oxygen, and the chemical form of oxygen is O2. Next, carbon dioxide. It is 0.03% of the atmosphere. Burning of fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide, and the chemical form of carbon dioxide is CO2. CO2. Next, ozone. Ozone layer which absorbs UV rays. As I told in the stratosphere, UV means ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays or radiation of the sun, and the chemical form of ozone is O3.